13 multiple choice questions were given from the section Matrices and Determinants in the recently conducted January 2024 session of Joint Entrance Examination Main Mathematics. Out of these 13, 5 multiple choice questions we have already discussed in an earlier discussion. And now we take the next 5 multiple choice questions and discuss their solutions in detail. Let's now take up the question that has appeared in the Joint Entrance Exam Main held on 27th January 2024 in the second shift. The question is related to the determinants. The values of alpha for which the determinant 3 by 3 determinant whose first row is 1, 3 by 2, alpha plus 3 by 2. Second row is 1, 1 by 3, alpha plus 1 by 3. The third row is 2 alpha plus 3, 3 alpha plus 1 is equal to 0, and the determinant is equal to 0. Lie in the interval, we are given 4 options. The 4 open intervals have been given, and we have to find out in which interval the alpha lies where this determinant is equal to 0. Let's now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. So we take 0 is equal to that given determinant, right? So you expand by means of the third row. That will be easier because 0 is there. So this is equal to 2 alpha plus 3, delete first column, and third row will get this one. So this is multiplied by, that is 3 by 2 into alpha plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 into alpha plus 3 by 2 minus 3 alpha plus 1, delete third row and the second column and multiply. You will get 3 alpha plus 1 minus 3 alpha plus 1 multiplied by alpha plus 1 by 3 1 into alpha minus alpha plus 3 by 2. Right. So simplify. You will get this one. After simplification, we find it is 2 alpha square plus 6 alpha plus 1, and this is equal to 0. This is the determinant value. The determinant is this, and the determinant value is 0. Therefore, we get a quadratic equation in alpha. 2 alpha square plus 6 alpha plus 1 is equal to 0, where the alpha can be found out by means of the formula minus b plus or minus under the square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So compute appropriately. Then you will get minus 3 plus or minus root 7 by 2. So two roots are minus 3 plus root 7 by 2 minus 3 minus root 7 by 2. The question is where these alphas lie. Where these alphas lie. So for that, what we take is an approximate value of root 7. We have 2.6. Let's put it that way. So this will be minus 3 plus 2.6 by 2 approximately equal to minus 0.2, and minus 3 minus root 7, that is 2.6 by 2, is approximately minus 2.8. So minus 0.2 lies in the first, but minus 2.8 does not belong to the first interval. And in the second interval, minus 0.2, minus 2.8, both belong to this interval, open interval minus 3 to 0. Therefore, our answer to this question, that is alpha belongs to the open interval minus 3 to 0. The answer to this question is option 2. So that is the detailed discussion of the solution of the given problem, and it is definitely an easy question. I am sure that you have understood the solution of this problem. Let's move to the next question. This question has appeared in the JEE Main Examination held on 29th January 2024 in the first shift. And the given question is, let A be a 3 by 3 matrix given by the first row 1 0 0, second row 0 alpha beta, third row 0 beta alpha, and determinant of 2a whole cube is equal to 2 to the power of 21, where alpha beta belong to Z, alpha beta are integers. Then a value of alpha is, we are given 4 options. So the matrix A is given in which alpha beta are there, and it is given determinant of 2a cube is equal to 2 power 21, where this alpha and beta are integers. Then a value of alpha will be in one of these options. Let's see. It is also a easy question. Let's now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. We have the given matrix A. First row 1 0 0, second row 0 alpha beta, third row 0 beta alpha, where alpha beta are integers. Agreed. Now mod determinant of A, determinant of the matrix A, and it's very easy now. Determinant is 1 times alpha square minus beta square. So that is alpha plus beta into alpha minus beta is the determinant. Now 2a, determinant of 2a. Determinant of 2a is equal to 2 cube into determinant of a. And if we have the formula, determinant of ka is equal to k power n into determinant of a, where n is the order of a and k is this constant. So here determinant of 2a will be 2 cube, because a is a square matrix out of 3, that is why it is 2 cube into determinant of a. Right. And we are given determinant of 2a cube is equal to 2 power 21. What is determinant of 2a? It is 2 cube in determinant of a in brackets whole cube is equal to 2 power 21. And raise their powers, that will be 2 power 9 into determinant of a cube is equal to 2 power 21. And cancelling 2 power 9 on both sides, you will get determinant of a cube is equal to 2 power 12. So determinant of a will be 2 to the power of 12 by 3. 12 by 3 is 4. 2 power 4 is 16. Right. What is determinant of a? It is alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha minus beta is 16, where alpha beta are integers, and we have to find out the values of alpha and beta, and alpha, and you have to say alpha will lie one of the options. Alpha will be one of the options. Right. So now you can write 16 as 16 into 1. Then alpha plus beta is 16 and alpha minus beta is 1. Solving, you will get alpha is equal to 17 by 2, which is a rational number, which is not an integer. Therefore, that combination will not work. The next combination, we take 16 as 8 into 2. That is alpha plus beta is 8 and alpha minus beta is 2. Solving, you will get alpha is equal to 5 and beta is equal to 3. Yes. And the other combination is 4 into 4. 4 into 4. Alpha plus beta is 4. Alpha minus beta is 4. If you solve them, you will get alpha is equal to 4, beta is equal to 0. So these are the combinations. So solutions are alpha is equal to 5, beta is equal to 3, because alpha beta belongs to integers. In integers, these are the solutions. These are the solutions. So alpha will be 1. So let's look at our options. Alpha will be one of the options, and in one of the options we see, among the options we see 5, we don't see 3, we don't see 4. We see 3, but that is beta. That is beta. But we want alpha. Alpha is equal to 5. That is the only thing. Right? Right? So therefore, a value of alpha is 5 from among the options. Therefore, the answer to this question is option 1. So that is the detailed discussion of the solution of the given problem, and it is definitely an easy problem. I am sure that you have understood the solution of this problem. Let's move to the next question. The next question is that has come in JEE Main exam held on 31st January 2024 in the first shift. The given question is, if the system of linear equations, so we are given 3 equations in 3 unknowns involving alpha and beta, right, has infinitely many solutions. This system has infinitely many solutions. Then 12 alpha plus 13 beta is equal to, we are given 4 options. So for what values of alpha and beta this given system of equations admit infinitely many solutions? That's what we ask the question, and find out the values of alpha, beta, substitute here, and you will get your answer. And for infinitely many solutions, we will use the determinant methods. Agreed. We now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. Right. So we take these 3 equations and in 3 unknowns x, y, z involving alpha, beta, and we write down the matrix form of the given system of non-homogeneous linear equations. These are non-homogeneous linear equations. And the matrix form is Ax is equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix. The coefficient matrix is 1, 2, 1, 2 alpha 3, 3 minus 1 beta, capital X is x, y, z, a column vector, column matrix involving the variables, unknowns. B is equal to the values, that is minus 4, 5, 3. Agreed. Now let's recall, for if delta is equal to delta 1 is equal to delta 2 is equal to delta 3 is equal to 0, then the system has infinitely many solutions. What is this delta? Delta is the determinant of A. What is this delta 1? Delta 1 is precisely same as delta, with the first column replaced by the values, replaced by the column vector B, that is minus 4, 5, 3. So also in a similar manner, delta 2, delta 3. So what we do, first of all, we take delta 2. Delta 2 means it is same as delta, with the second column minus 2 alpha minus 1 replaced by the column matrix B minus 4, 5, 3. We have shown you in the red color. That is delta 2 is equal to 0. So if delta 2 is equal to 0, then if you expand, you will get beta value. And why I have considered delta 2? Because we have 2 unknowns, alpha, beta. So if I replace this by known ones, minus 4, 5, 3, then beta will be there. Then I will get directly the answer, the value for beta. That's the reason. So expand by means of the first row. So if we expand, you will get 13 beta minus 54 is equal to 0. This will imply beta is equal to 54 by 13. Right? Beta value, we got it. Then I will consider delta 3. Delta 3. If I replace 1, 3 beta by minus 4, 5, 3, then I can find out directly the alpha. So expand by means of the first row. Simplify. You will get alpha is equal to 1 by 3. So we got for these values of alpha and beta, this given system of equations admit infinitely many solutions. Alpha value you know, beta value you know. substitute in 12 alpha plus 13 beta, you will get one of the answers. Agreed. We continue in the next slide. Right. We got a beta value, alpha value. Now we want to find 12 alpha plus 13 beta. 12 multiplied by alpha is 1 by 3 plus 13 multiplied by beta value is 54 by 13. And simplifying, we'll get 4 plus 54, that is equal to 58. Let's look at our options. So our answer 58 appears against option 4. Therefore, the answer to this question is option 4. That is the detailed discussion of the solution of this problem, and it is definitely an easy problem. I am sure that you have understood. But you see, you have to convince yourself. You have taken delta 2 is equal to 0, delta 3 is equal to 0. You have to convince yourself. The remaining two deltas, delta is equal to 0, delta 1 is equal to 0. Are they? Are they? So ask the question, delta. Write down the determinant of A. Now expand. Whatever you want, you just expand. And substitute for alpha is equal to 1 by 3 and beta is equal to 54 by 3. Then you will find the value of the delta will be 0. But what I have shown here is one of the methods of obtaining the determinant. So C2 is C2 plus 2C1. That is, thereby this portion will be 0. And C3 is C3 minus C1. This portion will be 0, and appropriately these things will be adjusted and evaluation will become easy. That's what I have done. And if you want, you can do it without doing this column operations. You can do directly also. After getting the determinant, substitute alpha is equal to 1 by 3, beta is equal to 54 by 13, and convince yourself that you get the answer 0. Similarly, delta 1. Delta 1 means the same as delta with the first column replaced by B. Right. And expand. So we have done again some column operations and made some of them are zeros and obtained the determinant value, and we found the determinant value is 0 for alpha is equal to 1 by 3 and beta is equal to 54 by 13. So that's the answer. So delta is equal to delta 1 is equal to delta 2 is equal to delta 3 is equal to 0, and the values of alpha, beta, we got it, and thereby we will get the infinitely many solutions, and we have computed 12 alpha plus 13 beta. We got the answer 58, and the answer is option 4. So that is the discussion, and we move on to the next question. This is the question that has been given in JEE main exam held on 1st February 2024 in the first session. The given question is, if the system of equations, these are the three equations in three unknowns x, y, z, and involving two unknowns alpha and beta, and has infinitely many solutions, then 13 alpha beta is equal to, we are given 4 options. It is precisely the same question what we have done just now. The last question just now we have done that question. In that 12 alpha plus 13 beta is how much? Such a question. And the same three equations, three unknowns, and involving alpha, beta, and this system is admitting infinitely many solutions. To find the value of 13 alpha beta. So precisely the same thing what we have done in the last one. So we will take the set of equations, and what are they? They are the system of non-homogeneous linear equations. Write down its matrix form. Ax is equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix and X is the column matrix consisting of the unknowns. B is the values that are given for these equations. Right. We got it. And recall, if delta is equal to delta 1 is equal to delta 2 is equal to delta 3 is equal to 0, then the system has infinitely many solutions. And I've already explained to you what is delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, so on and so forth. Agreed. Again, we use the same technique. We consider delta 2. Why? Because alpha is there in the second column. So replace that by 5 minus 4, 7. Then it consists of only beta, and if you evaluate this determinant, you will get the value of beta directly. Right. Now expanding this determinant by means of the first row, and we get beta is equal to minus 16 by 13. Right. In a similar fashion, we consider delta 3. So the third column is replaced by B, that is 5 minus 4, 7. Then alpha will be there, and on expansion you will get the value of alpha. Now expanding by means of the first row and simplifying, alpha is equal to minus 70. There's alpha value you got, beta value you got, and now 13 alpha beta you can directly compute. And you will get the answer. But anyway, let's move to the next question, next slide. Right. And we got alpha value minus 70, beta value minus 16 by 13. We wanted to find 13 alpha beta. 13 alpha beta is equal to 13 times alpha value minus 70 multiplied by beta value minus 16 by 13, and simplifying you will get 1120. Let's look at our options, and that answer 1120 appears against option 1. Therefore the answer to this question is option 1. It is not option 4, it is option 1. It is not option 4, it is option 1. There is a print mistake. Right. Option 1. It is not option 4, it is option 1. Right. Now you can check this delta is equal to 0 for the values of alpha and beta. You can also check delta 1 for the values of alpha and beta. Right. So that means this system admits infinitely many solutions for the values of alpha is equal to minus 70, beta is equal to minus 16 by 13, and required to find the value of 13 alpha beta, and we got it as 1120. It is appearing against option 1, not option 4. Right. That is the discussion of this question. Let's move to the next question. This is the last question in this discussion. This is the 5th question. And this question has appeared in the JEE Main exam held on 1st February 2024 in the first session. And the given question is, if A is equal to 2 by 2 matrix, first row root 2 1, second row minus 1 root 2, B is equal to 2 by 2 matrix 1 0 1 1, and C is equal to A B A transpose, and X is equal to A transpose C square A, then determinant of X is equal to, and we are given 4 options. It is a pretty easy question based on the properties of determinants. And in all these 5 questions what I have discussed now, all of them are based on concepts of determinants and determinant methods for system of non-homogeneous linear equations. Okay, A is this 2 by 2 matrix, B is this 2 by 2 matrix, C is given to be A B A transpose, X is equal to A transpose C square A, required to find the determinant of X. Right. Let's now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. And we have, first we take, let's compute determinant of A. Determinant of A is determinant of the 2 by 2 determinant. First row root 2 1 minus 1 root 2. AD minus BC, that is equal to root 2 into root 2 2, minus of minus 1 into 1, that is plus 1, that is 3. And determinant of B is equal to determinant of 1 0 1 1, and this is 1. Agreed. Now determinant of C. Why do you need determinant of C? When you want to determinant of X, you want determinant of C also here. So for that you compute determinant of C is equal to determinant of A B A transpose. determinant of the product of the matrices is equal to product of their determinants. So determinant of A into determinant of B into determinant of A transpose. Recall the properties of determinant. Determinant of A transpose is same as determinant of A into determinant of B into determinant of A. And now these determinants are numbers, therefore associativity is there. This is determinant of A square into B, determinant of B. Agree. Now let's go to determinant of X. That's equal to determinant of A transpose C square A. Determinant of the product is equal to product of the determinants. Determinant of A transpose into determinant of C square into determinant of A. Determinant of A transpose is same as determinant of A. Determinant of C square is determinant of C square into determinant of A. So this is determinant of A into determinant of A square into determinant of C square. Determinant of A square into, for determinant of C square, this is determinant of C is determinant of A square into determinant of B whole square. So this will be determinant of A to the power of 4 into determinant of A square, that is determinant of A to the power of 6 into determinant of B square. And determinant of A is 3 power 6 into 1, that is 3 power 6, that is 729. That is determinant of X. So this is there in option 4. So the answer to this question is option 4. So that is the detailed discussion of this question, and it is a very, very easy question. And we have now come to the end of the discussion of these 5 multiple choice questions from the section matrices and determinants that were asked in the JEE Main exam held in the January 2024 session. Agreed. I am sure that you have understood the solutions of these 5 questions that I have discussed here, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.